ever exposed to before in these years?
Yeah, lots more. Hope to do plenty more in the future as well. It's definitely a nice part of the job, so I enjoy it.
Yeah, I guess just let's start out with some personal stuff about you. Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Portland, Oregon, and migrated to Missouri for college. So I wrestled for a little bit in college there, and then after that, I kind of made my way to Florida, and I've been in Florida for about the past 5 years.
And how was your collegiate career? Did you?
Collegiate career was okay. I kind of just played around. I didn't really dedicate myself too much to wrestling in college. I was kind of into other things, extracurricular activities and stuff. So, but it gave me a good base. You know, kind of showed me. It enlightened me to a lot of what the next level would be like had I, if I choose to pursue it like that. So when I got into MMA, I kind of pursued it with the vigor that I didn't in college.
Excellent. So where are you training right now?
I'm training out of Utah at the moment.
Okay.
Yep, it's called the Pit Elevated. It's like with Court McGee trains there and things like that.
Okay, I was going to ask you with some of the guys, is there any names that we know of guys that you're training with there?
Yep, Court McGee trains there. A guy named Ramsey who's on the Ultimate Fighter 13 season.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're just and some other guys. A guy named Steve Seiler, and Dane. I forget his last name, but there's some real tough up and comers as well.
Okay, yeah. Let's get into that. What was your introduction to MMA? Did you do any martial arts as a kid, karate or boxing?
No, I just wrestled. Wrestled in high school and wrestled in college, and that was pretty much my base martial art. And when I left college, I kind of really wanted to keep competing because I didn't compete as much as I felt like I should have in college wrestling. So the only other outlet outside of college wrestling at the time was mixed martial arts. So I just hopped into it.
And was the door into that jiu-jitsu or?
Yeah, I actually just used my wrestling for the first couple years. I just wrestled and tried to pick up on my striking a little bit, but never really had any real striking. So yeah, still trying to learn the tricks of the trade there.
Pretty important part of it is being able to. Sorry, probably won't know what you're going to be able to do. Oh, sorry. So, Jonathan Brookins still here. Any other sports you're into when you're young?
Yeah, I played soccer for about 14 years. I played soccer all the way up until high school, and then I stopped playing. So I was a soccer basketball player growing up, and then when I got to high school, I switched to football to wrestling. Just because that's just, it was just time to get a little tougher, and I didn't make the basketball team, so I quit soccer because I wanted to hang out with the cool kids who play football. Tried to make the basketball team where all the other cool kids were still doing, but didn't make the team, so then I had to do wrestling, which I didn't want to do, but then I ended up getting fairly good at it, so I stuck with it.
Right on. Some of those guys would have been cool too.
Yeah. They were, at the time, I didn't know. I just didn't know. I was like, no way, dude. I never wanted to wrestle, man. That was like the last thing I ever wanted to do, but then after, by the time I was a senior, I was a state champ, and it was kind of it was a great experience to go through the motions like that. To go from not wanting to do it to being the best in the state was nice.
Right on. That's excellent. So is there obviously, do you feel stronger on the mat than on your feet? I guess in most fights, do you tend to try and take the fight to the ground if you get the opportunity?
Yeah, I like to take it to the ground. I do feel really comfortable there. But I'm trying to find my rhythm on my feet as well.
I guess quite important.
Yeah.
Any MMA, famous fighters that you feel you resemble, or that you try and emulate your style after? No famous ones that I try to really base my style after at the moment. There's guys that I would love to be like. I'd love to fight more like Anderson Silva, to be honest. If I just had that type of confidence and fluidity in the movement, that's I think that's something all of us fighters kind of strive for. Okay, question. How do you deal with pre-fight nerves? Or mid-fight, the adrenaline that you're dealing with in the fight? Is there any sort of mental preparation that you've trained with, or that you've worked on to keep yourself, confident through the tougher parts of the fight?
Breath control is really good before the fight. A lot of fighters don't know you can really calm your nerves by, just really just having a good control and just your emotions, I'd rather be mid-fight than pre-fight, I think in mid-fight I feel a lot better. I'm already in the swing of things. Pre-fight you kind of psych yourself out, so, the only thing is that is just a good emotional game, having good control of your emotions and knowing, what you're feeling and why you're feeling it. That way you can kind of be the master of your own emotions.
So do you ever get in the ring and look across? Like you got in the ring and looked across the ring and thought to yourself, "What the fuck am I doing here?" Have you ever been overcome or adrenaline drop just at that opening bell? Just going down.
No, just you're in there at the moment, so you have no choice. It's either fight or flight, and most of us, we like to consider ourselves fighters. So I think it's when the fight turns on.
Yeah, that's a great answer. So, any other fighting background in your family? Dad, or uncles, or anything that you drew from? Or?
No fighting background. I think I'm the first one to kick it off. Hopefully I'll start a long line of us. That'd be cool.
Right on. And what does your family think of it? Were they always supportive right from the start, from your choice to take on mixed martial arts?
Yep. My mom really was. She loved watching my wrestling career, and so it really kind of helped her
You like some fried German trailers?
Yeah. And she loved watching my wrestling, so it just really kind of helped her kind of ease into watching me fight. She kind of treated us the same way, same competition. So yeah, she likes it, and my family likes watching me compete. So
Good. Outside of fighting, training, what do you like to do? What are your hobbies? What do you do to unwind when you're not working?
I love to rock climb. That's a big one for me. I love to, try to scoop there. I'm such an amateur at it, but I'd love to get much better at it. So that's probably one of my favorite hobbies outside of fighting. Rock climbing and yoga. And those are big interests of mine.
Well, yoga would help, I guess, your flexibility, probably breath control, probably some mental stuff. So you fought Aldo at 145 in the WEC, and you're fighting at 155 right now. Do you feel more comfortable at 155, or is there any part of you that is still waiting to see, where you're best suited?
I feel good at both, and I like that, I just want to really be great at both weight classes because I can make both. I'm not going to choose right now. I'm just going to, just compete at both for the time being.
That's what you got to do, I guess. Bill Heathen, any trash talk you'd like to put on the internet, or more seriously, is there anything specific you've done to prepare for this fight against a bit of well-known fighter? Just looking forward to it. I'm glad that they put me up against a tough opponent, and I just that's the most exciting part for me. MMA seems to be, or it would seem to the onlooker, the outside looker, to be full of aggressive personalities. Guys that are cage fighters, and you and Cody both seem to come across as pretty laid back and pretty easygoing guys. Is that sort of what from the show, the Top 12 show, forged that friendship? Did you guys know each other before?
No, we didn't know each other before, but we're both from the Northwest, being from Portland and being from Washington or Alaska, and so I think that kind of just helped us vibe. We had a lot of similar interests, and a lot of we actually became more friends. We were friends on the show, but we really kind of spawned more of a friendship after the show as well. So that's going to be cool.
Excellent. So what are your thoughts on the 155-pound division in the UFC?
I think it's tough. I think that 145-pound is just as tough, which is why I don't mind, fighting some 155ers and 45ers have their own, they have their own tool set, they come with you equip the fight just as much tenacity or just as much, you got to deal with their different types of strength, they might be a lot faster, just a little bit more rambunctious, whereas 55 might be a little bit stronger, but you can't weigh which one's better, so I mean the 55 is like, it's a tough class. I think 55 The UFC was getting stacked all around. They need to probably improve a little bit on the heavyweight division, but other than that, it's pretty hefty stuff.
What's the weirdest thing you've experienced during your UFC experience so far? I mean, I'm sure you're getting thrown into, Vegas and, crazy big fights and, fame almost to a certain degree.
Yeah, I think that the weirdest part is just the degree of fame that you get from that, people recognizing you and things and stuff. And it's weird in a great way, but it's definitely will take you back, take you through a loop, and you can remember where you were just 1 year from now, and then nobody, would have cared, who you are. So that's weird, but in a very positive way.
Right. That's excellent. And I guess last question is, what advice would you give to young fighters who are thinking about making a career in MMA?
Young fighters, man, keep on training, keep on, working hard.
That makes a difference.
That's about it, man. I mean, it's like you gotta play the game smart. That's like smart fights, and really play your cards right. If you're gonna really get after it, keep your mind open and really seek out places that you need to be to benefit your career. And the doors will open up.
Hey, thanks a lot, Jonathan. I really hope you enjoy your time in Canada, and we're really happy to have you up here. That's a really good event Glenn puts on there. Having a guy like yourself and Cody come up here probably really boosts them a little bit to their needs. It's great.
Thanks. It's really nice to meet you, and I appreciate it.
If you're ever in Canada, there's lots of guys, but I'll take care of you.
So where are you guys? Are you guys just a little bit outside of here?
Yeah, we're north.